Hey Ben, it's Sean. Just finished up my coffee. Good morning to you. Let's head down to the beach. I want to talk about something. How's this look? We'll go plop down there. I wanted to sit down and talk because I know I left it at a bit of a cliffhanger yesterday. I think you and I have talked a lot recently that things are just going better. But I think you probably see I keep ebbing and flowing. And our pastor always talks about the battle between our soul and our flesh. So our flesh wants to get fancy cars, get the houses, build an empire, start another business, do it for the money. And then our soul is trying to follow God's lead, be still when there's nothing to be done, and just kind of look more towards what He wants us to do. I think I'm finally giving up on the flesh because I just don't see the benefits. Every time I try it, I just end up really busy and not doing what I want to do anyways. So I think the difference is I'm finally ready to let it go. I'm going to follow God's lead. Like I told you the other day, I'm working on survival games and surviving faith, but I'm doing it at His pace. So when I get downtime, I throw some feelers out there. I sent an email this morning to an awesome company, AOH, that does Jesus apparel, to see if they'll help us out. I reached out to Kevin Hack, who's a Jesus guy I know from back in the day. You know Kevin really well as well. And he's in, so he's going to start designing the apparel. I'm just letting it kind of fall into place. So I don't push it. I don't try to... Hey, Ben, we're sitting on a bunch of ants, so I'm going to stand up. Oh, Ben, you fell underneath the log. Hold on one second. I'll get you out of here. So what I was saying is that Kevin is in. I'm waiting to hear back from that company, but I have a feeling they'll be interested. I also heard back from Jeremy Moore. Jeremy Moore was the guy that I had reached out to randomly. He made a cool documentary, a survival documentary. So I reached out to him to see if he wanted to partner up on this, and he's been praying about it, and it sounds like he's interested. We just got to figure out the logistics. He's a videographer, editor, documentary guy, so I think he'll be so perfect. Super Jesus guy. I think he will be so awesome to work with on telling my story and then telling other story as we start taking guys to the island and teaching them survival skills, basic survival skills, and then spiritual survival skills is what I'm calling it. But I think it's when I gave up on trying to do for me, trying to do my ideas, trying to push them, trying to bully them. I'm just following His lead, and I'm also comfortable being still. In Exodus 14:14, God says, "Be still and I will fight for you." And I think that's the difference. Like, I'm not trying to move barriers and trying to do this on my own anymore. I just sit back a little bit and let God do that. I do my work, I do my part. I don't sit and be lazy, but I also don't try to force it. I follow His lead and do what I think He wants me to do next, but never pushing it, never forcing it. I'll tell you, I've never been more relieved. Doing these vlogs with you have been awesome because I get to share a lot. I get to be creative. You'll see I'll try more and more stuff. I've been doing some research on YouTube, how to make these more fun for you to watch so it doesn't become redundant, and I'm not letting it be on me. I'm also not looking to others to find my joy, to find my satisfaction. I'm relying on God for that, and I'm relying on spending time by myself. When I do get down, confused, or lost, I just pray instead of worry or woe is me moments. So spend a lot more time outdoors whenever I get like that as well, because once you come out here, it's just night and day difference. It's you, God, and nature. I mean, I can sit out here and just walk up and down the beach and look at stuff that God has created, and look at, the animals and all that kind of stuff. And it's interesting and cool enough. And I'm not putting pressure on myself anymore to perform. I think my whole life I've tried to excel at everything I've been involved in, and sometimes I think God just wants you to be okay being you and be comfortable with who you are, and just be happy in your own skin and happy for the meal you eat or the wine you drink. If you look at Ecclesiastes 8:15, he commends finding enjoyment in life and to eat and drink and just be glad. And I think we forget to be grateful for the simple having a meal. Like, you pray before a meal because it becomes ritualistic or whatever, but when have you honestly just said, I'm just grateful to be here today and to be having a meal and literally enjoy it? Your body is made to enjoy it. We're happy when we eat, we're happy when we drink. And that's by design, because he wants us to appreciate those small things. And that's the difference, Ben. I'm not looking for it in others. I'm not looking for my self-worth in people needing me. I'm looking to my self-worth simply from enjoying each day and taking a walk and just being outside. And you don't have to be on a beautiful beach like this, as you know. You can just walk. I love you, brother. It's a beautiful day, and I'm so happy to be able to spend this morning with you and share with you. Thank you. Thank you for coming up with this idea. Thank you for doing this with me, and thank you for helping me free myself, man. Appreciate you. Just so you know, Ben, during this cinematic shot through this tunnel, I was actually sent a plague of mosquitoes that nearly killed me, but I survived it.